Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with me, Knee-High Hobo, where we've refilled our ship and we are just changing our orbit now to get an encounter with Moho, and then we're going to go for a landing. That is the plan for this episode. This will be the 30th episode. I think, because I'm recording this so far in advance, I haven't got my calendar with me, which I've got all my scheduled releases on. I think this is going to be the last episode before Christmas. I'm not sure. I might do a Christmas release. It depends how things go with work and how much time I have with presents and children's and all sorts of other stuff. But in the here and now, we are still got our Iris spike engines, still using them, still burning through the fuel at a normal rate. So the only thing I've done is I've just refilled the craft. I haven't added any other tanks. I've not modified any parts. I've just given them the original 400 litres of fuel back because, as I said, the calculations that I had weren't working out, and yeah, I want to get this down before Christmas. In fact, actually, I would bet my bottom dollar as well. Today is the 29th of November, sorry, 29th of November, 2012. And this will be coming out closer to about the 21st, 23rd of December, I think. Like I say, I haven't got my calendar, don't know. But I would bet my bottom dollar that by now, not only have we had the release of 1.8, it may have even had an update, but the game I've been looking forward to and I haven't heard anything about for a while, and I almost forgot about it, in fact, was be the Yog Ventures. That's the next one. So I've stopped burning for the moment. I'm going to come over here and we're going to burn again. Oh, God. Oh, stupid buttons. And bring this one down as well. So these are both still sinking. But we don't know what this one's doing. Oh, it's not doing anything because we haven't lined ourselves up correctly. Fucking idiot. Merry Dirtmas, one and all. There we go, that's better. That's more like it. So we're just going to try and drag this down and pull this whole thing into a little bit more of a acceptable orbit. We're just waiting for anything of an encounter. That's all we want. Now, if we line this up, and we haven't had an encounter, I'm going to have to say that it's our axis which is off. And we'll have to go ahead and adjust that as well. Right, so let's have a look at that. So that is... difficult to tell. I wish you could turn these lines on and off, but we're basically too high at this point. I think, is that our line? Let's see. Whoa. Right, okay, let's go for a a southerly burn. We're going north again. So whilst we've got the momentum going this way, we may as well spin all the way around. Slam on the anchors. Go on. Struggling to see if that's going up or down. It's moving. I can't tell which way. It's going the wrong way, isn't it? Damn it, just when I thought I had a handle on all this. Telling lies. I don't have a handle on anything. No handles to be had. There we go. Oops. Seems like it's almost struggling a little bit to influence this course. But it's nearly there. Nearly. Okay, I'd say that was the planes met. So now, what have we got to do? Could take the slower inside track. Let's just speed up a little bit and let's just see how close Moho gets to us. See, what I'd like to do is I'd like to push the apoapsis out a little bit more and let Moho catch up with us here. So I think that's what we'll do. So we'll get to the... periapsis or the apoapsis. I couldn't see which one that is. We'll go with the prograde angle. And we're going to get these two lines to meet as closely as we can. We'll just shuffle round a bit. Every day I'm shuffling. Let's say about here. Again, we'll just line ourselves back up with this prograde. Okay, and then we will speed up. And we'll let this come underneath us and we'll see how close we get. As I say, we want to let Moho catch us. And this is the bit where it's going to gain the ground. It gains quite a significant amount of ground, doesn't it? So hopefully we shouldn't be too far off. I mean, we came damn close to our other craft there. I mean, wow, look at that. Okay. Maybe there's something we can do here. Maybe a retrograde burn at this point. So it's going 12,325, so we need to try and drop below that. Let's just quickly see how the fuels... So we're back, we've burnt through our centre tanks. In fact, actually, let's just do that. It's 12.35, so we're just approaching its speed now. And the speed is matched. So we're now going to start travelling slower than Moho. But it will still... What will happen here... We've got to slow down so much that it catches us here. What will happen over here is that we will start travelling faster on an inside line and we will lose it. So we've got to keep slowing and slowing and slowing and slowing until effectively we've near enough stopped. Because eventually we're going to have to stop anyway, so there's no worries about bleeding off speed now. The only problem is bleeding it off and saving enough fuel that we can successfully land on this red hot molten magma planet. I don't think Moho has any moons either. Okay, so we are now nearly 1,000 meters a second slower. On the scheme of things, though, doesn't make a huge amount of difference because we're dealing with tens and hundreds of millions, if not billions of meters. So 1,000, this, that, and the other doesn't mean shit. Quickly, so we're down to the last tanks again. We might be having to go for another refill. Oops. It seems that we're not getting the interception that I hoped we would. So maybe when these tanks run out, I'm going to refill it again, but I'm going to refill it with an absurd amount of fuel so that I don't have to cut away again. And I can afford to put it down a bit quicker, because we're already 15 minutes into this episode. I don't again, I don't want it to be churning on into another hour-long one. In fact, actually, I haven't got time to do an hour-long episode. I'm even going to struggle to get anything rendered tonight. I will give it a go, but yeah, I don't want to be cutting to and from and to again. But still, I will try and do it as fairly as I can. So we're now nearly 2,000 meters a second slower. As you can see, our orbit is dropping lower and lower and lower. And I suppose being able to see it is yeah, no chance. I would just sort of like to just point at it and burn, but no such luck, mister. So it should be, I mean, we should be looking at this as it comes, as the speed starts to plummet more and more and more. This is where the two should meet. Yeah, we're nearly out of fuel on this stage. We're certainly bleeding off speed incredibly quickly, and the more we lose, the faster we lose it, if that makes sense. So I have no doubt that what I'm doing would work eventually. It's just I don't think we have the fuel to do it on this occasion. And there we go. Right, okay, so I will be back. Uno momento, por favor. And we're back with, as I promised, an absurd amount of fuel. In fact, each tank now carries 10,000 litres. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. So we can afford to get a little bit more aggressive with this. Don't want to get too aggressive though, because I still don't want to miss our interception. That would be a bad thing. Our encounter, even, that's the word I'm after. Let's turn some SAS on. And then turn it off immediately, and then turn it back on again. So, yes, we're still, as I said before, trying to get this encounter with Moho by slowing right the way down. Our typical encounter with other planets has found us having to slow down to about, you know, a couple of 100 meters anyway. So at some point this speed was going to have to be bled off. Let's just give it one damn good blast to churn all of this out. So I wonder what that sort of fuel consumption, that's... okay. Sorry, just curious to see what how aggressive we could be with this, with a 10,000 litre tank. Maybe this aggressive. would be one answer. So there we go. We could fly to the sun now, if we really wanted to, but we're not. We keep slowing and slowing and slowing and slowing until we're pretty much almost going to fall towards the sun, I would guess, or start heading back towards Moho. Because it looks like this interception in particular is a bit of a lost cause now. Oh, there we go. It worked, ha ha ha. And about half a tank burnt through there. Doesn't seem to register. Oh, of course, because it's a 400-litre tank with an excessive amount of fuel in it. So when it comes down to, so this is still registering 400, and then that's 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, so on and so forth. Okay, so back to this screen, and again we're going to cheat save. Whoa. Oh, damn it. Right. That happened a damn sight quicker than I wanted it to, bro. Moho encounter, so Moho is still behind us. And this is where the planet shall arrive. There it is. It's screaming up behind us. And here we go. So again, we still have to slow down even more. So we'll spin around onto our retrograde. So, I mean, even if we had got there with the vanilla ship, I mean, it got to this point. This is taking a huge amount of fuel to wind it down. Look at the amount of power we're having to put into this to stop ourselves, to make this encounter. It's just not wanting to bend around at all. I mean, this is what I mean about this. This gravity is super low. What are you drawing? 52 litres a second. So I bet we're going to have to take this down to a couple of 100 metres a second. We have to bleed off a vast amount of speed. You'd have to get up here with a pretty much launch stage rocket to be able to take control of this situation. Or be extremely accurate and or lucky with your initial encounter. But I mean, wowzers in my trousers, this is painfully difficult to slow down to. Full blast, 4 aerospike engines dragging 52 litres of fuel out the tanks per second. Dropping nearly 100 metres a second in speed. Yeah. 67. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I was wondering why that was going up, but I got my head back to front again. So there we go. That's growing, starting to curl now, starting to curl. Down to the last 500 meters, 400. So yeah, I was right. It's a couple of 100 meters a second. Couple of 100 meters, yeah, 113 meters a second. You need a huge amount. You need to do some really seriously clever maths before you can get to that stage. Right, now actually what I want to do to start with is I want to achieve an orbit. Looks like it's going to be a retrograde orbit. Okay, because I want to have a look at my landing area. In fact, actually, let's just do that. Quick saving it. And we'll drop onto the 90. We'll bring that down. Right, so I'll drag this down a little bit more. So is this our 90-degree mark? It seems that we're now going prograde. And we're accelerating, and that's growing. No, 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 not what I want, not what I want, not what I want, not what I want. Go. So. Gets down to about 100,000 meters. So we get a parking orbit over Moho. And then we need to find the mountain that we're going to land on. Right, so let's continue slowing down because we're going to need to change our orbit shortly anyway. So we'll go with a north-south slowing. To 100. Okay, so now we'll rotate around. And we'll get to that looks like the arsehole of Moho. Need TV for bunghole. Okey-doke. And again, we'll just give that a little kick. Three, two, and so there we go. That's our parking orbit sorted. So I don't know. Are you a particularly high spot? I think we're going to aim for that. I think that's what we'll do. So let's get ready to party. And we'll come down. Guess we'll be going this way. Now that looks like that might work out quite nicely there. Yep, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to take a short break, but when we come back, we will be landing on the arsehole of Moho. I'll see you in a moment. And we're back. So, for you, this is a continuation of the episode. For me, this is actually a brand new day. Today, I'm recording this on the 1st of December. And so, let me just quickly recap what's going on here. Oh yes, we were coming and we were aiming for the arsehole of the planet. I think what we want to do is maybe just give it a wee bit of a kick. Not that way. I think we want to go down the 270 line. Just to square ourselves up a bit more. And I think that looks pretty good. Any other adjustments now can be made. Oops. Now, I also want to know how high that is, but of course that's something that we're not going to find out. I'm going to go ahead and throw a quick save into that. And we will... Oh, we're going the wrong way. No, damn it. Don't want to be landing on the dark side of this, sure as hell. So we need to speed up. So that was a miscalculation that I made last time, or for you guys a minute ago. There you go. Just want to do that. Now we still, our flight path still takes us over the top of this arsehole. Hopefully, what's the height of that? I don't think that's going to be high enough. I think we may just need to go a bit faster, just so that we don't get sucked in by the what little atmosphere there is. Maybe about 20,000. Let's go with that. Again, I'm going to throw the quick save just in case this doesn't work out. So that's not dropping, so that's a good sign. Let's just see what happens as we get a little bit closer to it. Also, we've got to take into account that the planet's going to be rotating as well. So we are going to have to make something of a little bit of a course adjustment. So it seems... the fact that it dropped us back down, that would say that we are inside some sort of atmosphere. However, this still doesn't seem to be moving too much. So, I'm happy with that. Again, we're gonna probably get to about here, get on the 270 line, and just square this up a little bit more. Mind you, that said, we're not trying to hit it dead center, are we? We're trying to get around the edge of it somewhere. It's actually a mountain that we're after. And I'm not sure how close it is that you can get to the planet before it starts to have an effect. But we're going to take a guess that this is going to be one of the highest points that we're going to easily hit for the time being. So we're going to remove the SAS. We're going to come... put it back on immediately, apparently. Come across this 270 mark. See, we could go and have a look at whatever this purple indicator is, but at the moment I'm more interested in just getting things lined up a bit more. That's going entirely the wrong way. So let's go for the 90 mark. Okay, so that's lined up straight across there. Anything else now we can make course adjustments to. Now all we need to do is get our landing site organised. Okay, so that's lined us up there. That's dropping extraordinarily quickly. Probably aim so it's about here somewhere. That's as low as I can get that thrust. Okay, and then what I'm probably going to do is get a little bit further out here and then point straight at the sun, burn upwards. The other thing we need to be keeping an eye on now is the heat. Thing which is going to kill us on this planet. Again, go for another quick save. Now, it's actually Kerbal Con this weekend as well, and unfortunately, because I have no internet, I have missed it. So I'm probably going to miss the updates as well, which is very much the shame, but that's what you get for moving house and procrastinating over selecting your... Well, actually, it was more a case of the... when we moved, nobody could find the address, so I had a lot of time. I had to spend a lot of time talking to the council, and in fact, actually, what I need to do, I spent a lot of time talking to the council and the post office and trying to find out exactly what was cracking off with it. It's just a case of that. It's a bit of an odd situation in the way it's been registered, but it does exist, obviously. I'm sitting in it. It's either that or I have an incredibly strong imagination, given it's about 5 degrees outside and I'm wearing a t-shirt. So I'm going to point at the sun. We're going to go for a burn to try and gain a bit of height. And then when we get over this, we're going to do a outer atmosphere burn to completely stun all of our speed and almost try and drop in vertically. I think that should be enough. So we don't want to get too high because, of course, we've also got to take our million litres of fuel into account. Oh, we've burnt through one tank of 10,000 litres. So we've gone through 14,000 litres just since I went for the quote-unquote refill. So, yeah, this ship would never have made this. I would have had to have been oh so lucky. Okay, so I think we can afford to speed up again a little bit. To maybe about here, because I think it's going to take us a little while to get this drop zone back down. Again, we'll go for one more quick save. We're going to hit our... Excuse me. Gonna hit this and see we're burning all of our speed off. Actually it's happening a lot quicker than I thought it was going to, so we may want to... Actually, we could always come down on this lip here. On this near side. So just wait for this to shrink up a bit more. So I'm talking about shrinking whilst I'm hovering over the arsehole of Moho. What did I hear it called the other day? I was watching QI and I heard it called a knock hole. That's so there we go. This is knock crater. That's where we are now. And we're nearly at the point that we want to be. Probably about that, actually. That's a fairly sheer drop. Anything else, and we're going to lose the edge of the crater. So now, quick save. And just get into this last bit of a position here. And then it's a controlled burn all the way down. See, that side looks like it's higher than the side I'm going for. Now, the reason why I'm making such a big deal about this is because, and we'll get the gear down just in case something springs up and surprises us, is because this planet will kill you by exploding your engines, which is why we've gone with these aerospike ones. They're the best burning, the most efficient for temperature and fuel consumption and everything else at low speeds. You don't need a hell of a lot of force because there isn't, as you can see, there isn't a great deal of atmosphere. And that will, even when it thickens to its fullest, will not prove to be too much of a problem. But the heat of this planet will cause your engines to overheat, explode, and kill you. The heat is actually relevant to the height. It gets hotter from the centre of the planet. It's got nothing to do with being on the light side or the dark side of the moon. In fact, here you go. See, our spikes are running a little bit hot, even though we aren't doing anything with them. And that's going to be the case. So the higher you can land, the better. Because it's, like I say, it's relative to where you are positioned towards the centre of the Earth. Oh, centre of the planet even, sorry. Which is why it's got to keep everything well under control so you don't have to... Well, some people seem to think that a suicide burn may be the best methodology of getting down onto Moho. But we might get a chance to do 2 or 3 different attempts at this. Okay, so this is where I start going into silent mode and we start having to concentrate. Yeah, I was right that side. In fact, actually, maybe we just head over there. Whoa, 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 whoa! Let's get this baby. Need to get our ladders in the right position so that we're looking top down at it. You see, there we go. We've got the overheat. The more we go up, the cooler the engines start to become. So I'm specifically going to go for Boob Hill at the edge of Knock Crater. That's this bit here. See, this is where something like mechanical jab would have been quite useful. Right, sorry, this is, this is quite tense stuff. I don't even think we can... Oh, we can save at that point, okay. Technically, well, I suppose technically, yes, we are still in orbit. So now we're keen to kill all of our horizontal speed. Not bad for a guess. Question is, when the chutes deploy, will they just burn up in the atmosphere? But it's just a little early. I think we maybe want to be looking at heading over... kill all of that off. That seems to be pretty much on the mark of where it is that I want to be with this. Still, excuse me. Still haven't seen much in the way from the atmospheric pressure. Now, of course, the other thing that I've done by picking Boob Mountain is I have made it so that my landing site is going to be pretty much, it has to be the exact crown of that hill. This is why I like this big four-legged system. I know that it would be, if I took this off, it would probably, the original craft would have maybe made it to Moho on its own. It's moving this off, which costs a lot of fuel on the ground. So there is a good reason that I put it on there, and it is for the stability at this point. Now I'm going to find out if it's paid off, that and our cheating. Like this atmospheric sort of dust clouds as well surrounding the planet. Okay, so fuel still not a concern. Still some million litres of fuel on there. So I'm now looking like a kid in a candy shop, looking at all these peaks and stuff. Thinking, oh, that's where I want to land. But no, we'll settle for this. The grass is always greener, and the mountains are always redder. Now, the other thing as well, if we hit if we don't land levelly, oh shit, are we going up? Fuck it. Wasn't paying attention again. You should warn me when I stop paying attention. I start talking rubbish. If we don't land levelly, we don't have any sort of method for righting ourselves, i.e. there is no RCS fuel to get out of jail. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll stop going up by doing this. And I think that will be enough of that, because now we need to get around here very, very quickly. Very quickly, very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. Start just taking a little bit of the edge off that speed. Well, our descent rate to be about 100 meters per second. That's pretty much what I'm after here. 3, 2, 1, 0, back. Okay. And then we can stabilize it at that as well. Again, the age-old problem. But they would have been pretty good to go and land on over there. But we're going with this one. The age-old problem that we don't know how high the surface is, how quickly it's approaching us, and also how flat it is. Where's the sun? Sun's straight above us, so it should give us a good opportunity to see our shadow. Should help with the landing process. But actually, what we could do here is I want to get into a position. So I just want to try and get onto this mountain over here. This is where we're going to try and land, because this looks like not too bad a position. And oh yeah, still got a quick save there. See, a little bit of texture issue on the surface here. We're getting some little flickers. Okay, so now we're going to start going up again. Not too careful here. Okay. This doesn't look like too bad a landing surface actually, so maybe we'll go with that. Still no sign of a shadow. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Right, that was an aborted attempt at a landing. Basically, the ship started to head off in whichever goddamn direction it wanted to, and so we couldn't kill our horizontal speed. So we'll come again. We'll try again once more. If we can find our retrograde, which is here. Oh, damn it. Hit the SS rather than the cut fuel button. Right. Again. Okay, so ground permitting, we should be on for pretty much just a straight drop at that. So it's just keeping the speed under control now. That is not our landing site. So we'll try again. Damn it. Oh, this is irritating. Get up! Oh, god damn! How come it didn't lift? Ah. Right, let's see what we can do with this one this time. Doesn't look stable enough to me. Doesn't look level enough, rather. Go on, SAS, help me out here. Get up, get up, get up! Oh, damn you. Okay. Again. But this time, we're going for the crater. I'm going to take my chances that the engines will overheat, but we're going to go for a flatter landing surface. So let's see what we can do with this then. On the outside, it doesn't look much better. That doesn't look too bad over there. Or that. There you go. It all looks fine until you get close, and then you realise that actually your genius plan may not have been so great in the first place. So I think I want to land about here. There's engines getting quite hot already without too much help. I'm watching that heat panel and it's rising and it's rising and it's rising. I'm just wondering if we're going to kill the speed quick enough. We're completely in the wrong place. Damn it. So that crater is a bad idea then. It's less than helpful. Let's try for somewhere else entirely. go for this. Okie doke. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to let that drop now. And need to kill this off. This horizontal speed again. So I know the commentary's not been great, but as you can see, I need every little bit of concentration. It's difficult to find a good... Well, actually, there's probably loads and loads and loads of really good landing spots on this planet. I have just picked all of the worst places possibly to land. So with that in mind, need to, as I say, just make sure I'm concentrating as much as I possibly can. Nearly there. Now, provided that what is underneath me is flat, we should be, and it doesn't look very flat at that. We're considerably lower, but we're certainly not as low as we were when we were in that crater, so hopefully the... Wow. What does a guy have to do? Honestly. So we'll bleed out a load of speed now whilst we're in this upper sort of atmosphere. And then we'll have to throttle back. And balance it out. So there we go, 40 meters a second at this point. And again, doesn't look like we're on the best of the planes here from that last little touchdown. Of course, what it doesn't really allow you to do is to make course adjustments. That's sort of half another piece of the puzzle, as it were. Yeah, another piece of the puzzle, because of course once you get close enough to find out that your landing surface is completely inadequate, it's a wee bit too late. Litres a second. Well, yeah, it's not really too much of a concern for us. This could possibly be the longest episode of Kerbal Space Program ever recorded by anybody. Yes, this looks very, very much like the edge of a hill I've decided to try and park on. Let's maybe just move over here. Oh, god damn it, get. Okay, sorry. So we need to cut that out so we can start falling again. Oh no, this isn't going to end well. I have a question though. Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted. Right. One more time. No, apparently you can't get out. I'm trying to remember what the. It's hard to get the jetpacks on. EVA, let go, jetpack, and then fly. No, I think I've knackered this save file up now. I don't think there's any way. I think I've completely and utterly saved it at the wrong point. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to rescue that. It's falling too fast. The planet's too hot. I'm too low. I've ballsed it up. I can't land on Moho with this attempt, which is really annoying because I wanted to get it done before Christmas. But as you've seen, I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, and I just don't know what else to do. Yeah, I've even tried it with cheating, and I'm stumped. I'm absolutely stumped. You guys can go ahead and post in the comments what you think I should be doing there, whether or not I'm landing on the wrong side of the planet, or whatever you think. Go ahead, knock that down in the comments. I'm sorely disappointed. It's not over, but it is for the time being, because I will say we're going to have to relaunch, so we may have to rethink what's going on there. Anyway, I would like to thank you very much for joining me, and also wish you a very Merry Christmas. And I'll be back before the new year anyway, so we'll cover that one when we get to it. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. My name is Knee High Hobo, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.